The debt that lent his name. In Benin City, where ancient walls remembered more than people did, wealth had a smell. Palm oil, old blood, new money. That was how people knew Osa was coming. Before the convoy, before the tinted glass, before the respectful silence that followed him like a curse. He was only 23, yet his name carried weight older men couldn't lift. They called him Osa the Blessed. Behind closed doors, they called him Osa the Dangerous. His mansion stood where no house should have stood, on land elders avoided, land children refused to play on. At night, the building breathed, not metaphorically, literally. The walls clicked and sighed as though something beneath them shifted its bones. Osa told himself it was just pipes. He told himself many lies. Once, he had been nothing more than a thin Benin boy with dust on his feet and hunger behind his eyes. His father died owing too many people. His mother cried into her wrapper at night, whispering prayers to spirits that never answered. Poverty does not knock politely, it breaks doors. The first time Osa heard the forest call his name, he was 19 and drowning. A man, faceless in memory, said, "The ancestors still answer, you just have to pay attention." Attention, it turned out, meant blood. Now, at 23, Osa owned clubs he never visited, cars he never drove, houses he never slept in. Yet, sleep avoided him like a warning. Every night, just before dawn, he woke choking. Sometimes with mud between his fingers, sometimes with scratches on his chest, deep, angry marks that faded before morning. Sometimes with whispers in a language he understood without knowing how. Osa, Osa. The worst nights were the ones with no dreams at all. That morning, Mama Osa stood at the shrine in the corner of the house, rubbing white chalk between her palms. Her eyes were red, not from age, from fear. She said quietly, "You walk like someone being followed," she said quietly. He forced a laugh. "By who? Spirits?" She turned sharply. "Don't joke with names that hear." He froze. Mama Osa lowered her voice. "This money, it came with shadows. I see them standing behind you." "They are just people afraid of success," he snapped. "No," she whispered, "they are not people." That night, the power went out. Not just in the mansion, in the entire street. The generators refused to start. Phones went dead. The air thickened, pressing against Osa's ears until his heartbeat sounded wrong, uneven. Then the knocking began. Not on the door, from inside the walls. Slow, deliberate, like fingers testing wood. Osa grabbed his keys and ran. The forest road welcomed him like an old accomplice. Headlights cut through mist that smelled of rain and decay. When he reached the clearing, the shrine had changed. It was bigger, breathing, and the man, older now, or maybe younger, waited with a smile that split his face too wide. "You are late," the man said. "I want out," Osa said, his voice shook. "Take the money back. Take everything." The man laughed and the forest laughed with him. "You've already spent what matters." "What do you want?" Osa screamed. The ground moved. From beneath the shrine, shapes rose, half-formed, unfinished. Faces Osa recognized, names he had buried, mouths that opened but never screamed. "You promised continuity," the man said softly. "We are hungry." Osa fell to his knees. "Please." A cold thing touched his shoulder. "Your mother prays too loudly," a voice whispered into his ear. The world went black. They found Osa alive the next morning, barefoot, kneeling in the middle of the road, smiling. He never spoke again. Doctors said shock. Pastors said demons. Native doctors refused to touch him. At night, Mama Osa heard him whispering in his room, voices answering him from the walls. Sometimes she woke to find wet footprints leading from his bed to the shrine. One morning, she followed them. The shrine was gone. So was Osa. In its place stood a small mound of fresh earth, and from beneath it came a familiar hum, steady, patient, learning a new name.